Hello and welcome back to another exciting episode of No Quest for the Wicked. Gentlemen, I have two very important questions. Probably the most important questions I've ever asked you. Are you ready to rock?
Yes.
Yes. Confidently.
I'm hoping I can rock.
Now, more importantly, are you ready to roll?
Well, I think our lives depend on it, so we must roll.
I'm hoping I can roll well.
Well, I guess we'll find out. Quick little recap. You guys are on Extium-XII, hunting down a series of people. Mazo, Azin, Penny, most importantly. It has all come down to locating Penny and stopping the Reckoning, which is currently ravaging Casamal. You have seen scenes from all over the system of the planets being sort of torn apart from those that have been silvered. And you know that the only way to free these people of Penny's influence is to stop Penny, whatever that means. You're not sure if it means killing her or whatever, but you need to confront her and put an end to her psychic influence before there is nothing left of Casamal. During this time, you have entered into Mazo's secret facility on Extium-XII, the living planet. You learned that there is an energy source within the planet, known as the Vestige, that Mazo tried to harness and then realized, I can't, so it's just kind of left it alone. And you incited the ire of a small helper droid named Riddle, which has now been fighting you and making your lives a living hell, to the point where you were consistently attacked as you made your way through the facility, and now you've reached two doors. You had to split up because of a force field blocking you. Durrin on one side, where he is in front of the door to Project Cody, and Merrick and Cody on the other side, who are in front of Project Graft. However, it can't be that simple, as Azin has told Durrin that he's not allowed to enter that room, and Hayden Wire has told Cody and Merrick that they're not entering Project Graft. Gentlemen, please roll initiative.
I'm so jazzed.
It's going to be a rough session.
Like, we might die, but I'm so damn excited.
You know, how's starting off rolling a 2? Do we like that? Are we getting a 1, 2, and a 3?
I rolled a natural 20, boys. That's what I want to see.
Everyone's ready to fuck.
Hopefully I didn't use up all the 20s on this dice.
My total is 22.
My total is 11.
Durrin, what's your insane initiative?
33.
Is that the biggest initiative we've ever rolled in this?
I would assume so. You and I, our initiatives are not that high.
I can't get that high.
Durrin, you go first.
Okay.
Azin is standing in the elevator. The doors slide open. He steps out as they slide shut, and he looks at you and he says, "Just step aside. Cody, I require. Merrick, I have feelings for. But you, Durrin, you mean nothing to me. You are expendable, and I will not hesitate to kill you."
Yeah, I know. For some reason I had a feeling. I'm feeling it was going to be you. One of us isn't making it out of this hallway.
It doesn't have to be this way.
It does, and you know it.
He sighs and holds out his hand as he makes a silver blade, and his knees bend slightly.
Okay. He's a melee boy. I'm going to rush back as far as I can and activate my mirror image, or just focus in on myself, create multiple Durrins. And fucking every time, there's only two. There's two of me. Fuck, I always roll a 1 on my mirror images. I don't know why, but like for the last few combats, it's just been just me and just an extra Durrin. That's it. Tag teaming.
That's all you need.
A second Durrin appears, and Azin just kind of shakes his head and is going to... Actually, you see underneath his skin, you see those blue lights. Occasionally, you'll see like a red one flicker as it gets closer to his chest and neck. And then like float up to his temple. Around his wrist, once again, as it reaches his hands, the lights turn from that soft blue to red. And at one point in time, a surge of red fills him. And you see him close his eyes briefly and tense his jaw. And the red subsides for a little bit and resumes to just being like every now and then a small red mote crawling through him. And he rushes forward.
Let's go.
That is a 36 to hit you.
Yeah, let's get some mischance in there, boo.
Oh, no, he ignores it.
Oh.
Yeah.
The shit-eating smile on Dane's face.
This is a bad time.
Yeah, you're dead, bad. I'm trying to think of something clever to say, or...
Help me, Merrick. Get me through this. Give me that emotional support I need.
As you shimmer into two, Azin just runs towards you, puts a hand out, and just like deletes that one mirror image with his hand, and then grabs you by the scruff of your neck and drives his blade into your stomach and then pulls it out.
Shit.
You take 24 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And he looks at you once more and says, all you have to do is stay out of my way. Merrick, it's your turn. Hayden Wire steps out of the elevator. As the doors slide shut behind him, he hovers his hands over his belt and flicks his wrist up, and his two revolvers pop out and hover in front of him. And he says, I'm going to enjoy this.
Not as much as I am, Hayden. You should have killed me quickly last time. You'll regret your decisions. Merrick covers himself in graviton energy and summons a little black hole next to Hayden Wire as I use my new ability, the Singularity Servant. So I have a little tiny black hole buddy, and the black hole is going to attack Hayden Wire.
Okay.
That's going to be a 33 to hit.
33 will do it.
As my little black hole, I guess, like, hits him or, like, moves forward a little bit to, like, disrupt his matter and takes a chunk out for 19 points of damage.
What kind of damage is it?
That's a great question. Bludgeoning.
Okay, you said 19?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Yeah, you see it beginning to sort of like chew away at the mechanical material on his shoulder. His coat, his like leather duster getting peeled away. Just a reminder for you all. Hayden Wire has made no attempt to look at all humanoid or like human. All of his cybernetic parts are fully exposed. He has like a metal skull frame. His chest is open, and he does not look like all of his circuitry is exposed as well. And he doesn't have a hat.
I was about to ask.
Are we sure about this? Do we do our research? Have we done our hat research?
I went back and listened.
Damn, you did the work.
Well, god damn it.
That's so
Hayden,
funny.
you know you'd look better in a hat, you bastard.
Is it like a 10-gallon hat, like a really big one?
Yeah, that's what I pictured in my head, yeah.
How strange.
My whole tactic here was hat-based.
Cody, it's your turn.
You see, like, Cody hefts his hammer, and, like, midway up through the heft, it starts to, like, flow together, and it turns into this, like, spear, and he starts, like, spin it like a quarterstaff, and then he points at Hayden Wire, and he says, I'm gonna take you to the bank, the blood bank, and I'm gonna charge in and full attack this asshole.
Does Cody have a higher initiative than Hayden Wire?
Yeah, I rolled a 1.
Damn.
Nice.
Raging, assault matrix, charging, soldiers
And you're
onslaught.
flanking with my dark hole.
Amazing, because when I'm in my assault matrix, I get a +1 to flanking bonuses.
Dark holes can flank?
Oh yeah, dude. It
cool.
threatens. Yeah.
That's really cool. All right.
You used a result point to go into your assault matrix?
Oh, you know it. That is going to be a 22.
22 does not hit.
Oh, sorry. It's going to be a 25.
25 hits.
Ah, amazing. 45 points of damage on the first hit.
What kind of damage?
Piercing. As I just run in and like skewer him through that open chest. Next attack is even higher for 47 points of damage. And a nat 1.
Fantastic. With the nat 1,
Punish us, Daddy.
he holds out his hand, and his revolver floats around behind him, and he presses the elevator button again.
God damn it.
And the little up arrow lights up, and you can hear the elevator returning. It is his turn now, and he undoes the belt of his trench coat and like flicks it open to give himself a little bit more mobility.
And he pulls a hat out from under the coat.
No hat. Shockingly, lack of hats. And then you see that he has like these arcane sigils on sort of like the joints of his hips. And he looks at you, Cody, and then he looks at you, Merrick, and he says, I'll deal with you later. And he points his finger at you, Merrick. And you're going to have to give me a will save, please.
That's going to be a 14.
You feel your body lock in place as you are under a hold person spell.
Mm-hmm.
This is good.
I hate that.
You are now paralyzed.
Yeah.
And then Hayden Wire spins backwards away from you, Cody, and
Does that provoke?
Feels like it's provoking.
no, he's taking a guarded step. And then he holds out his hands, and you can feel a almost suction effect. You can feel the air in the room beginning to get cooler. And that is his turn.
Hate that.
Durrin, it's your turn.
Oh, good. Okay. Am I considered grappled or no?
No.
Okay. All right. In that case, I'm going to try to push under him, trying to get a trick attack off, if I can. Use Jenny's ability. We're going to use our reap and sow, our reap from our reap and sow stuff. We're going all out on this one. Everything I got, because I have a loose plan, a loose idea of what to do here. Let's get that stealth off. We're going to use Jenny's ability to add +5 to it. It is a flat 45 before the 5, so 50.
Yeah.
Slipping underneath him, trying to put a little bit of distance. Pistol in hand. Come on. I just need one hit. That's all I need. I just need one hit. Tell me, Dan, does an 18 hit his flat-footed AC?
As you aim your pistol and slide under his feet, you're able to get a perfect line on his chest, center mass. It's nothing fancy, but it will do the trick.
It will?
And as you pull the trigger, Asin swats the bolt out of the way.
Oh, such an asshole. It's alright, I put some distance. He's not going to get a full round at least.
He slowly walks towards you and he just says, "All right, then let's do this."
What, is that all you got? I think you and I both know you love to hear the sound of your own voice. No monologue, nothing? Come on, let's hear the big evil plan before you do me in.
When you say that, you see the red lights pulse faster.
Mm-hmm.
And he flinches again. And you can see his jaw tense and the muscles in his neck strain a little bit. And he rolled a 38, beat your KAC +8.
Yes.
Does it beat your
100%
KAC
yes.
+13?
No, wait. What was it? 38, you said?
38.
No, it does not.
He holds out his hand, and you feel yourself lift off the ground as he uses telekinesis to grapple you.
What an asshole. Okay.
And that is his turn. Merrick, please give me a will save as a full round action to break hold person.
24.
As you fight against the control of Hayden Wire, you see the arcane sigils on his hips flash for a second and empower the spell that's holding you. But you are still able, with the power of purpose, break through it. But that is your full round action to do that, I believe.
You're right, but it's not my black holes.
Yes, you're right.
Add a 3 to this, by the way.
To this attack?
Yeah.
As my little black hole does his very best, moves up to Hayden. 26.
26 hits, yes.
12 damage. Bludgeoning damage.
Okay, you see it's barely annoying him. He just kind of like swats at it. Cody, it's your turn.
I'm going to take advantage of that swat, and I'm going to full attack again.
You gotta move up. He moved back.
I charge.
He's only 5 feet away.
Wow.
You need to move 10 feet to charge.
Okay, then I'm going to... Okay, I guess I'll just step in and do one attack.
It seems I've solved your only tactic.
What a dick.
My tactic is stabbing you really hard.
We'll
as I
see.
come in for a...
You're doing a melee attack?
Mhm.
Cool. He's going to use a reaction.
Oh,
Sure.
God.
Does a 34 EAC hit you?
Yep.
He can take attacks on other turns.
You take 21 points of electricity damage as his pistol just slips out underneath him and empties a clip real quick, just like pop, 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 rapid fire. And you are going to take a -5 to your attack.
Sure. Does a 29 hit him?
Yes, it does.
Okay, you take half that damage as it reflects off my gear boost deflecting armor. Still a -5 to 38.
Yeah, that'll still do it.
I come in, get shot, and almost use that momentum to spin around and just bury my spear even deeper for 50 damage.
Okay. How do you hit him?
So as I get shot in the shoulder, I just spin around, twirl my spear, and then just ram it a little higher. The last two were kind of stomach. This one's kind of collarbone stab.
Cool. As you hit him, you see a spark of electricity as some of his circuits are broken and his wires get exposed. They spark, and as you see the electrical sparks coming out of them. For a brief second, some of them turn red.
Guess I found your Hayden wires.
He smiles and he says, yes, and that's not a good thing. His turn. That cooling energy that he seems to be like sucking in or like putting out into the air finally detonates. And you and Merrick are going to have to give me...
I feel like I probably should have saved my deflecting armor for this.
Maybe
that
it would've been a
decosts
good
a
idea.
resolve point, by the way.
Yes, it's a reflex save.
15.
Okay. Cody?
That'll be a 12.
Both of you take 60 points of cold damage as you see two little slots open up into the palm of his wrist and just a huge inhale as all of the heat is sucked out of your bodies, of the temperature, like the room, everything around you becomes this like absolutely sub-zero temperature for a very brief moment. And then you see all of that warmth sort of like course through a tube in his veins and get stored in his chest. And then a flicker of his eyes happens and they turn red very briefly. Durrin, it's your turn.
Okay. Is me floating right now with the telekinesis bullshit? How is it affecting my attack?
You are grappled. You cannot move or take two-handed actions. You take a -2 penalty to AC, most attack rolls, reflex saves, initiative checks, and dex-based skill checks. You cannot make attacks of opportunity.
That's fair. Okay, so if it's a -2, then I'm not going to use my multi-attack. I'm just going to take aim as calmly as I can, focus my breathing. Just need to land one shot. I really do. Come on. Fucking come on. 16 does not do it.
No, it does not.
Fuck.
I thought it was a nat 1.
No. We're not that bad. But I've rolled a 4 for both my attacks. Shit. I don't know what else to do. I don't think I can do anything else. Is there anything else I can do with my move since I'm grappled?
No, you tell me. You can't move, but you can take move actions if you have
move actions. Okay. Well, that doesn't help me at all. All right, cool. We're good. That's it. Because I can't shift my attack to multiple attacks at this point because I've already committed to the one. And fuck. And no way I can break the grapple, right?
It's a standard action to attempt to reverse it. Cool. He maintains the grapple this round as he walks over and presses the elevator button, and that is his turn. Merrick, it is your turn.
So that was 60 damage. 6-0 last time is what you said?
6-0.
Are you sure? Did you want to double check the math? Yeah, 6-16.
And a cup of tea.
All right. Well, time for me to join the party, Hayden. And I'll jump in with Mr. Black Hole and Cody and make an attack.
Okay.
There'll be a 30.
30 will hit. If you're doing lightning damage, please let me know.
37 non-electric damage and 4 electric damage.
That crackle of electricity that you deal to him seems to amplify something within him. And those sparks that are coming out of him more consistently turn red.
That's all I have. I don't know what else to do.
Give me your black hole boy.
What was that, Mr. Black Hole? You're going to take him out? Go right ahead. Oh my god, he's so good. That's a 36 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Yes.
19 points of bludgeoning damage.
Cool. Yeah, you see him still. He's just like slamming into the shoulder, like the back shoulder blade of Hayden Wire. And again, it just doesn't seem to be doing a whole lot, but it just keeps like swatting it away over his shoulder.
Consistency is key, my little friend. And that is it for Merrick.
Fantastic. Cody, it's your turn.
How is Mr. Hayden Wire looking? Because I've hit him quite a bit.
Yeah, he's sparking.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, Cody's just going ham. Like, you could see the rage is, like, building. So, full attack, Soldier's Onslaught, 25?
That would do it. However, he's going to use a reaction. And the energy that's stored in his chest, that fire energy or that warmth, sort of erupts out of him, begins, like, fueling out of him through his chest, and encases him in a fire shield. And that's going to boost his AC.
Okay. The exact same? Is it an ongoing effect?
It is. It lasts for a round. And because you attacked him...
All of them miss. All 3 attacks.
You take 12 points of fire damage for the second attack.
Love it.
And 10 points of fire damage for the third attack. It is his turn. And you guys are doing a lot of damage to him, so he's going to do a bunch of shit. He's going to spend a resolve point, and those arcane sigils begin... like spinning on him. They begin to almost like burrowing into him, almost like drills. And you can see that his like legs are getting all fucked up because of them. His knees kind of buckle a little bit, and he is going to need a fortitude save from Merrick and a will save from Cody.
I'm going to re-roll that using Encore, because
Okay.
it was a nat 1. 21.
All right. Merrick, what did you get?
27.
All right. That passes. You take 7 points of bludgeoning damage as you feel a force wrap around your neck and begin squeezing. But you are able to resist most of what this effect is trying to do. Cody, I don't know if you still have it, but you did fail by 1.
I do still have it. Oof.
So if you'd like to use it,
I will use it. Watch it be something that doesn't affect me, or I could have ignored anyway.
well, you just saved yourself from taking 7d10 damage,
Well, that would have killed me, so that's good.
but you are still going to take half of that.
I don't want to.
You take 15 points of damage.
Okay. Cody is sparking.
You begin getting overloaded with memories that don't make any sense to you. It's almost like those security footage or like that footage that you've been experiencing since you've been here of like what feels like maybe Hayden's experiences. And it looks like he's just like info dumping into your brain, trying to overload it. At the end of his turn, he looks at the two of you and says, "You do know that by the end of this, I will kill you."
I certainly hope not.
You're not the first to say that to us, Hayden, and I don't think you'll be the last.
But you see, there's a difference between me and everyone else. You can't kill me.
Well, I could take your physical form and turn it into scrap metal and shoot it off into space.
That's fine.
Wait, are you the Vestige?
Oh,
No, I'm just better than you in all ways. A body is nothing to me.
You freak me out, you little freak. Yeah, freaky robot.
He smiles and just says, "I get that a lot, but that's okay. I don't need to make friends."
Yeah. And none of those abilities provoked any attacks of opportunity from us, eh?
Negative.
He couldn't have been any less like Cody in that moment. Cody's shocked by him saying that. Like, you always need friends. Maybe that's why you suck so much.
that'll show him.
He reaches for his pistol out of the air. But when he does, it sparks with red electricity. Like it arcs off and like crackles his hand, and he looks down in shock for a second. He says, "Oh, now you're not playing nice." And once again tries to grab his gun, and this time it blows his hand off. And he looks down and he just says, "Interesting. That's okay. I have another." And then he tries to lift his hand and grab the other gun and can't, as the joints in his arm begin sparking. And they go from that like normal white, yellow, orange sparks to peeling crackles of red electricity that begin arcing up and into the lights and into the power below you, and any electrical equipment and powered equipment that you have. That red electricity reaches out and over and begins just sort of filling the room and shooting out of him. And he says, "Oh, this isn't good."
Thank you, Mr. Vestige.
Mr. Vestige? Or the Vestige? I apologize for giving you a title you might not need. Don't kill us too.
We really appreciate the help.
Can everyone give me reflex saves, please?
God
Yeah.
damn it, Dave.
Oh, everyone, including.
Not you,
Durrin?
no.
Oh,
No, no.
okay. I just wanted to be included. I'm sorry.
Cool, good, awesome.
Yeah, real good. Well, this is where I die, boys. That's
Yep.
11.
That's a natural 1 for 10.
You both take 28 points of electricity damage as Hayden, his knees finally like buckle in after the damage done by those sigils, and he like collapses down onto his knees and leans back, and his chest just explodes with lightning energy that is just radiating out, and he is just screaming. Durrin, it is your turn.
Yeah. God, I hate how pathetic this is. I hate it. It's so frustrating. I just need one shot. I just need one hit. That's all I need. And breaking out of this is just going to negate that. So, boys, I have a question. Do I go for the 3 attacks?
Crit fish.
Yeah, do a crit fish. Yeah, that's a great. Holy shit, that's such a good term. Crit fish. I like it. Yeah. Do I crit fish?
I don't know what I've been doing.
Okay. I'm going to crit fish. Let's do some crit fishing, all right?
Okay, you're taking three attacks.
I'm taking my 3 attacks at -4, right? Which would be -6 total.
Yes, correct.
Oh, this is such a bad idea. Such a bad idea. Fuck it. Crit fish. Let's crit fish. First attack for a 26 versus EAC.
You hit him.
Oh, yes! Fuck yes! Okay. Okay, this is important. This is an important one. All right, low damage, but that's okay. 15 points of damage. And one thing we do know about him is that he is silvered, and my weapon has the scramble feature on it, Dane. Remember when we talked about that?
Yep.
What happens?
He releases you, and he looks at you and he says, I don't want you to go in there, because you'll be tempted to do something, and it will kill Cody. I'll let you live, Durrin. I do not care one way or the other if you live or die, but Cody needs to survive. We cannot end it without him. That's why I'm here, to stop Penny.
So what's in that room? Is that bad?
It's not about good or bad. It is simply what made Cody. And you'll understand when you see it. You just have to promise me. And you see him like flinch for a second as the red lights begin popping back up. And he just says, just promise me that you will not destroy them. You cannot. If you do, you will kill him. And if Cody dies, we all do.
Can I do a sense motive?
Yeah.
29 sense motive.
He's telling the truth. And the elevator dings. He staggers into it and presses the button, and the doors close. And you're no longer grappled or in combat.
Yeah.
Merrick, it's your turn.
Thank you for this chance, the Vestige. As Merrick raises his sword, and I'll make 2 attacks on the damaged Hayden wire.
Okay.
Now, Merrick, I will say, you get a +2 to hit, and if he's taking saving throws, he's a -2, and if you're flanking, you get a +1 additionally.
Let's ride. 28.
That hits, yeah.
39 regular damage, so slashing, and 5 electrical damage from the first attack.
How do you finish Hayden Wire?
Well, this version of Hayden Wire, you son of a bitch. Merrick, he's on his knees, right? You said he fell?
Yeah, he's essentially on his knees and leaning back as this electricity is just erupting out of his chest.
Yeah, I think Merrick takes his sword and he just wide open, plunges it deep into his chest full of Hayden wires and just scrambles them about and pulls out.
And as you do, you see that electricity sort of not naturally dissipate, but almost get sucked back into his chest and then fizzle.
Well, I've got a feeling that won't be the last time we run into him.
Man, I thought I was doing well for a minute there, but I just parts of me are hanging off. Just oh man, I have 8 HP left.
Durrin, are you alive?
I'm meditating on the things I need to decide on. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm alive. Sorry.
Say that?
Yeah, no. Sorry. Terry was hyper focused on what Durrin would do.
You're lucky you went that way. We had to fight Hayden Wire.
Wait a second. Hayden hit the elevator button. Is something coming up?
The elevator does arrive and it dings and it's open, but it's empty.
All right.
Maybe the best net one I've ever rolled. Wait, perception check. Are there invisible things in there? That's a 23.
I sent my black hole into the elevator.
No, nothing in the elevator.
Bye-bye, black hole. Thank you so much for your help. Have a lovely day.
Yeah, it's been a very relaxing time over in this hallway, that's for sure.
You're lucky.
All right. I think we're going to take a hot 10 on this side, Durrin, and then I guess we'll check out Project Graft. What happened with Asin, by the way? Or do we even know that Asin was there?
You definitely don't know. He has not mentioned Asin yet.
No, I have not.
Oh, Hayden Wire was here. We messed him up, but I've got a feeling there might be multiple.
Are you all right?
We're okay.
Parts of me are hanging off.
Yeah, I believe the Vestige may have intervened a little bit, which I don't know if that means in support of our goals or it simply dislikes what these assholes have been doing.
Hayden froze Merrick with some hip magic.
He did have some hip magic, so be careful of people's hips.
Were they on his sexy V, or are they on the side of his hips? Because I kept imagining the cum gutters.
No, please don't ever say that again. I'm not on this show.
Wow, holy shit.
No, they're on his hips. They're the pivot that makes up his hip joints.
I just kept imagining casting spells, but thrusting.
No.
I was it's not his style in my head, but hey, now that he's hatless, all bets are off.
That's true. All right, we'll take 10.
Yeah, there's an elevator leading up on my side. What about you?
Yeah, we have one as well.
It leads down, actually.
Down. Mine leads down?
Both lead down.
down. Okay.
Yeah, so we're gonna take a hot 10, poke our heads into our projects, and then assuming if we take these elevators down, we might be able to reconvene.
Sounds good. I'll meet you down there after the rest.
All right. Well, let me know what's in the project, Cody. Like, don't ghost us on that one.
Yeah, I would like to know.
Why don't you take some photos?
We'll do if I can. It seems there might be an issue with the door right now.
Oh yeah, I haven't checked our door yet. All right. Anyway, we're gonna take 10. Talk to you soon.
Yeah, see you soon. Love you.
I love you too.
Cody,
Mm-hmm.
you get one of those flashes again. And this time it is of you just watching over Alpha. Alpha is young. He's probably like 5 or 6. And he's watching movies on this old, very Earth TV, like a VHS, like one of those VHS
Built-in.
combo TVs. Yeah. And he's just sitting on the floor and he has like sort of a bunch of snacks, juice boxes around him. And you are just like staring down at him. And you hear footsteps and a voice say, "What are you doing all alone?" And Alpha looks up and says, "I'm not allowed to be anywhere else. He's my only friend." And he points back at the camera currently recording. And the voice once again says, "Well, that seems awfully sad. He's just standing there." And the footsteps get louder and the camera immediately like snaps to the sound of those steps, and the arm extends out in a cannon, and you can hear it going like and Alpha stands up and says, wait, and jumps in front of you, and the cannon starts charging down. But in front of you is just a blurry smudge, a shimmering white smudge that's shifting and changing and roiling, and it doesn't look like anything. It just looks like sort of like almost like a lens flare.
Silhouette, kind of.
Not even like it's not even the shape of anything. It just looks like the digital artifacting. And Alpha looks up at this smudge and says, "He's a little quick to anger, but he's decent company." And the voice once again says, "I think your father will be quite mad at me for doing this, but would you like a best friend?" And Alpha's eyes illuminate, like just go big. And he's nodding enthusiastically. And then there's a scramble of the footage. And it gets all fucked up. And it like gets torn apart. And then it's just black for a second. And then there's like a blinking. And then the feeling of this feels less like watching a recorded video and more like a memory. As standing in front of you no longer is a shimmering white smudge, but a woman that you've seen on the estate quite a bit coming and going. A fairly plain-looking woman. She's blonde and attractive, but not noticeably so. She's wearing a lab coat and a red turtleneck, and she looks down at Alpha and says, "Well, what's his name?" And he points at your chest and says, "It's right there. It's Cody." And you are back in the hallway.
Merrick, you see me kind of like my eyes unfocus, and you hear, "Don't eat too much, you'll get a tummy ache." And then we're already best friends.
Merrick's about to bite into a granola bar and being like, "Oh, okay, I'll be careful, Cody. That's fair. That's fine." And yeah, we're best friends. You good?
What? I was there, and Alpha was there, and he was so small, but he wasn't that small before, ever.
Nope. Wasn't Alpha a child, Cody?
Yeah, but not that small.
Well, how small was he?
Younger. I think I saw Penny make me.
What do you mean you saw Penny?
I don't know. There was a blur and a thing that made me me. But if I'm Valai and this blur, there has to be Penny, right? I think Penny made me.
That's a pretty good guess, Cody.
At least the last part. I don't know who built me. I assume still Alpha, but she was a woman I recognized from the estate. Or at least she looked like that. My head hurts.
Well, our short rest is over, so let's move on, Cody, and keep those memories to the front of your brain. Something you've seen may be the key to figuring out what's going on here.
I'll do my best.
Okay.
How much health do we get back from Zelphus again?
1d6 plus their level.
That. So if you're short health, Durrin, I don't know if you went into your health that round, but...
No, but I've been kind of in my health for a bit, so I'll happily take it.
Cool. Yeah, so 1d6 plus 12.
I have the gun, right?
Yeah.
What
I'm pretty sure I do, because the healing gun.
The stim gun.
Oh, yeah, the healing gun from 10,000 years ago, yeah.
Yeah. I remember. I need it.
It's only been like a week since we were on the cube, right?
What does that give you, a D6?
I believe it's a Mark II. I don't know if that got upgraded or if it did get upgraded, right? Didn't?
No, it's Mark II's now.
Yeah. So I'm going to jab myself for a 3d8 because your boy hurting. God fucking damn it. I rolled 2 1s and a 5.
Like, as a player, I'm terrified that we've put Durrin alone with a very big choice to make.
Oh, but as a player, I fucking love that. As Cody and Niall, I hate that. I like jab myself with the gun. I'm like, do you want some, Merrick? We still got 2 charges.
I'm actually fine. I'm a light scratch, a little electrical burn, but I'm okay. We'll save it.
I'm still real fucked up. We should
pump it.
Should we not go into this? Oh, you want me to do it again? Okay.
Pump yourself, brother.
So maybe never say "pump yourself, brother" to me again.
That's fair. Yeah. Unless we're lifting weights.
Yeah. That's the only time.
Okay.
Should we not go in this door and go find Durrin? Because
if you would like to cycle around, Cody, I'll check out Graft, and you can try to catch up with Durrin.
No, you're right. He's in the safe hallway. I should stay with you just in case.
The safe hallway.
No, Cody, it's important if you want to make the trek. But I would also appreciate your company. It's your home, your choices. Nothing will be held against you, my friend.
He'll let us know. Let's just finish up here quick, okay?
Okay.
I open the door.
Cool.
Or try to open the door.
Durrin.
Yeah.
Before you is the room labeled Project Cody.
Mm-hmm. All right, had a good think about this. He believes Asin to a point, but not to a point to trust that whatever he said, or to not confirm what he said. I wish to open the door.
Okay.
And then we can keep it a mystery if you would like, and you can tell me how bad it is.
No, I'll tell you what you see.
Okay, because we can keep it we can keep it a mystery for everyone, and just have like the character Durrin know.
The time for mysteries are over.
Okay.
You open the door and a metal staircase leads you down onto a metal platform. It overlooks a sprawling factory floor. A terminal rests on the railing in front of you as the platform extends around the perimeter of the room, with small offices or workshops sitting midway through the east and west walls. Large mechanical assembly tools hang from the ceiling, attached to the tracks that run the entire length of the room with intermittent junctions that allow them to rotate and turn onto new tracks. A ladder beside the door leads up to the maintenance catwalk above the assembly tracks, and a service elevator and winding staircase sit on either side of the terminal, leading down to the factory floor about 50 feet. Only a single set of track lighting over the platform is on, leaving the rest of the factory in ominous darkness.
Let's go up to the terminals, I guess. Let's see what this is. It's like weirdly quiet for like, oh, this is the big secret.
You see on the terminal and it says Project Cody. When you press the terminal, there is a like whirring, like a boom, 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 as the lights above click, 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 click. And in front of you, you see what is on the factory floor. And it is rows and rows and rows of Hayden wires.
Oh.
Hello friends, Spatium Dane here to do the things. There's a lot to talk about this week, so we will try to keep it quick, but, you know. First and foremost, we hope you're enjoying this week's episode. Second, this week has been sponsored by Zencastr. I talked about it before, but Zencastr is the whole reason that you're hearing this show. We have dudes all over our lovely country. We have Ryan is across on the other end, the East Coast. Terry lives in another city. Niall and I are the only two people who live in the same city. It would be very difficult to do the show if it wasn't for something like Zencastr. It is a all-in-one podcasting studio where we can all just jump on. We record the show. We don't have to worry about backups or losing any progress because even with a slow connection, you've got crystal clear audio quality and backups that are saved on site. Zencastr makes it incredibly easy for us to get together, record the show. It is stress-free, it's worry-free. It makes the whole experience very easy. In fact, I'm recording this break in my studio, which is a closet, as you know, and then I'm going to literally walk into my living room where I edit the show and download the files all from there. I don't need to do any transferring. It's all right there. You can access them on any computer as long as you just log into your account. Using Zencastr is now super easy to record a podcast. Log in using any browser, start recording a high-quality podcast episode right away. Record studio-quality sound and up to 4K video with your guests. Feel a sense of zen knowing Zencastr's multi-layered backups ensure that you always have your recording in the highest quality, even if your connection is unstable. If you've ever thought of starting your own podcast and then realized that you need a bunch of tools and services and platforms, well, those days are over. Zencastr is an all-in-one podcasting platform. You can create your podcast all in one place and then distribute to Spotify, Apple, and other major destinations. Go to zencastr.com, that's zencastr.com/pricing, and use our code NOQUEST, and you'll get 30% off the first month of any Zencastr paid plan. Once again, that is zencastr.com/pricing, and use our code NOQUEST, and you'll get 30% off your first month of any Zencastr paid plan. We want you to have the same easy experience that we do for all of our podcasting and content needs. It's time to share your story. Next, it is the Crit Awards season, which means the Crit Award nominations are open, and we would love for you to consider submitting us for a couple of awards. Things like Best Podcast, Best GM, myself, any of our incredible players, Terry, Niall, or Ryan, and a whole long list of other awards. I know that it can be a bit much to start submitting nominations for awards, and that is why we have created a very handy voting guide. It is available on our Discord. All you gotta do is head on over to noquestcast.com, click the Discord link, you'll be brought in, and at that point in time, you just gotta click the Crit Awards channel, and there is a handy guide with all the things that we are putting ourselves up for, as well as all the links and stuff that you need, so you could just copy and paste. So you don't even have to go finding the links yourselves or looking up our socials. It's all right there for you. And we've made it hopefully as easy as possible. So once again, if you enjoy the show and you have a couple moments to spare, we would love your consideration on nominating us for a series of Crit Awards. Second, if you're looking to support the show, we have a couple different options. First, you can head on over to our friends at mistymountaingaming.com and use our promo code NOQUEST10 to save yourself 10% on everything in the store. That includes the apparel, accessories, and most importantly, their incredibly pretty dice. And treating yourself to a little something special, a little something nice, also helps support the show. So get yourself or a loved one a lovely gift, a very cool gift, and help out your favorite podcast while you're at it. Once again, that's NOQUEST10 at checkout to save yourself 10% off everything in the store. And if you want more content, head on over to our Patreon. We are doing some things to liven it up over there, namely the 10-minute rest. It is a 10-minute episode on the off weeks where we don't upload that recaps and sort of gives you a behind-the-scenes look at the episode that was just released. Things like cast reactions to the reveals. I give some what-if scenarios if they choose to do things differently. This episode's 10-minute rest is quite good, and you will find out why, because of all the information that gets dropped this episode. So if you want to support the show, head on over to noquestcast.com, click the Patreon link. The 10-minute rest is available to all paid tiers, and we're working on some things that will be coming to light hopefully very soon. We're really excited to do it, so you don't want to miss it. On top of that, Niall has put together a mixtape for Cody, one of the tapes that Jenny had made him in the show, and he has put together a playlist, and that is available on the Patreon as well. All you got to do is head on over. It's free to everyone. You don't have to join up. You can just be a free member and get access to Cody's secret little playlist. And I think that's it. That's going to do it for this week, friends. Thank you very much for hanging in there. I just want to say we appreciate you. We love you guys. We ask a lot when it comes to award seasons and like that, stuff like that. And you guys always come through for us. And we really couldn't ask for a better listenership. So thank you. Thank you for listening. Thank you for supporting us. We wouldn't be here without you, and we wouldn't want to do it without you either. We will see you in 2 weeks' time. Until then, I hope you enjoy the rest of the episode.
What is Slay the Stars? Oh. Come with us and enjoy a chaotic D&D hot pot, a dash of cosmic fantasy, a few cloves of dark fairy tales. And that's the entire bottle of shenaniganery. Oh dear. Oh no. Listen in every other Tuesday at noon Eastern Standard Time on any major streaming platform. SlayTheStars.com. Persomnia ad Astra.
There are gaps in the rows,
Of course.
where some are missing. And in the distance, you see two eyes light up, look up at you, wave, and teleport away.
Was it a Hayden that waved and teleported away?
They're all Haydens.
Okay. There's got to be more in this terminal, right? Can we just go through it a little bit and just be like,
Sure.
because I understand loosely what this implies, but I'm just like, why is this so bad that it's just like it's going to cause me to want to murder Cody or whatever? Like, I'm trying to see or to shut down Cody. I'm trying to see what was Asin so scared about?
There is about, I would say, maybe over 1,000
Yeah.
of these prototypes. And on the computer, there's a little thing at the top of the screen that says, Cody mainframe connected. Status good.
Okay.
And you get the sense that you could very easily remove Hayden Wire from the situation.
Yes, I could, and it would also potentially remove Cody. Okay.
And now you know why Asin was trying to stop you. Because without the knowledge that Cody is also connected, presumably, to this mainframe, you might have been tempted to take out a shit ton of Hayden Wires.
Yeah. All right. Pick up the radio. I got eyes on my project, boys.
What do we have, Durrin?
Anything cool? Do I have hidden features? Is it about Alpha?
No, it's about you. You and Hayden are on the same system.
Like playing field?
As in, like, whatever's running you and keeping you going, it's running him too.
Cody, you have another memory. And it's immediately after Peniteris brought you to life. And you turn around and look in the mirror. And you don't see you. You see Hayden Wire. Or at least the metal skeletal structure of Hayden Wire.
Am I wearing a hat?
That's
I'm sorry. I just reach a hand up and trace my face.
Yeah, and it's the exposed jaw with the hinges and the wires. It's like you're looking at Hayden Wire, but you know you're not. This is you. You're Cody.
That's me? I touch the mirror.
The voice that you now assume is Peniteris says, "That's you, all of you."
Huh.
And then you hear a voice added to the mix, and it says, "What the fuck have you done?" And Alpha whips around, and the woman whips around, and Mazo is standing in the doorway, and he is beet red. He's pissed.
I get between him and Alpha immediately.
When you do that, there's a immediate relaxing. There's a shift in him of being he takes a deep breath and he calms down a bit, and he just says, "I'm not happy about this," as he looks to the woman. And then he pauses for a moment and thinks, and he says, "At least make it a face," as he leaves the room. Project Graft is incredibly cold. It's to the point where you can see your breath the second you walk in. It's like walking into a wall of ice. The room is pitch black except for a single illumination source further down. It seems to be like a desk lamp on a bank of terminals. However, it's enough to make out that you are in some sort of lab with tubes, big containment tubes that have been iced over that lead down a small hallway and then into a larger room. The tubes, for the most part, are completely iced over. There's a tangle of wires and cords and tubes and pipes that lead up into the ceiling and then down back into further into the room. Some of the tubes have been smashed. And when you walk past those, the overwhelming smell of harsh chemicals like assaults your nose, and your feet stick a little bit in a tacky substance that is on the ground. And when you enter into the room proper, you see that there are 4 large tubes against the back wall with a metal base that seems like it would have held another tube that's missing. What would you like to do?
Can we look into these tubes? Are they holding anything?
You can certainly try. There's like a thick coating of ice, so you'd have to like give it a rub, but yeah, you can do that. Give me a perception check.
Am I still on this call with Durrin?
If you want to be.
That's a 15 for me.
I got 24.
24, nice.
Merrick, the tube you're looking in is a spine. It's like a spinal column. At the top, there are nerves reaching up, but then like turn black. Cody, the one you're looking into, give me a medicine check.
I feel like Cody was on the call with Durrin as we walked in and like sees that vision, has just stopped speaking and is staring almost like at his reflection in the tube, almost very Ratman-y, and then just like slowly focuses on what's behind it. That's a 33.
Nice.
Cool. You know that this seems to be a human like embryo, sort of mid-gestation, but there is something wrong, like very, very wrong with it. And it seems inert. It doesn't seem like it would still be growing. It seems to be, it's gone as far as it's going to go.
I'm hidden wire, I guess. And that there's a thing over here. Well, I guess we can talk about this later and focus on the creepy tubes.
Cody, think of it like this. You are one of many potential hidden wires, but you're different. You're Cody. Don't let your family or your origin story define you. Look about what I did with my family. Don't let it be shackles. Let it be fuel inside of you that helps you propel forward and make change. This is not the time for despair. This is not the time for confusion. This is the time to take that new-found feeling and channel it into positive. Channel it into light. And let's move forward, find Alpha, and blow up this freaky station.
I guess it just means I was right. Hayden does suck because he doesn't have friends.
You've got 2 best friends. Now let's go
3.
see why they're growing humans in tubes. And Merrick heads farther down towards the light.
Yeah, I kind of like just let you know what I saw, and I follow you.
As you get into the room, you see that the terminal bank for Project Graft is active, and once again, the acronym is spelt out below it, and it says,
I didn't think it'd be an acronym. I should have thought of that ahead of time.
Underneath the Project Graft logo, it says genetically regenerated artificial fusion tissue.
Think this is for Helena? Some kind of cure?
Or it could be a way that Meso's prolonging his life besides cryo. I don't know.
Maybe.
It could be how they made Azen. It could be... I don't know.
I go over to the computer.
Yeah, the second you touch the screen, the lights all click on, and the room becomes illuminated, and you can see that there are many tubes everywhere in smaller, but there seems to be 4 at like a place of honor. There's 2 on one side, then there's a missing one, and then there's 2 on the other side. And they are labeled. The middle one that's missing simply has an H above it. The one on the left says Alpha. The one beside that, Beta. And on the opposite side, the other 2 tubes have labels as well. One reads Epsilon, and the other Omega. In the second one, it's been smashed and is empty. In the third one, there is a crumpled skeleton. In the fourth one, there is what looks like to be a pickled, very old man. On the screen, all of the life signs are flat.
So the one labeled Alpha is empty?
It is empty.
I don't remember him ever living in a tube.
Well, I've got a feeling, Cody, that Alpha isn't Meso's son in normally how humans are made. I believe he was grown here in a tube. For what purpose, I don't know.
I start delving into the computer to try to figure it out.
No, it kind of makes sense, doesn't it? Sorry, I'm not there. I can't. I can't input on this.
Yeah, Cody, it's you and I, the 2 geniuses of the group. We'll get to the bottom of this.
As you start looking through the computer, you realize that this was meant to be a cure for Helena. The middle tube housed her body. It was preserved immediately upon death. Because it was a genetic disease, Mazo required genes and DNA from Helena. They never had a child together. So his plan was to create genetic copies of her to essentially and eventually harvest genetic materials and experiment and keep getting to a chance to examine the disease now that he knows it would be passed on and he would be able to sort of like study its effect. He knew these beings, these humans he was creating, were going to die of this disease, and being able to study someone from birth till death would give a lot of information on how to cure it. At least that's what he thought. He was only able to make one successful clone. All the other ones failed.
I just point at the screen where it says, Alpha. He was...
So it became very, very important to keep the one that was created alive and safe.
He was just a lab rat for him.
There's years and years and years of research and studies, and after about 5 years of Alpha's creation, the experiments seem to stop. And then about 5 years after that, they start up again, but not in the same way. It seems he stopped trying to cure Helena and started trying to cure Alpha. And then there is one line in it, the last thing, it's just a word that says transference.
What does that mean? Transference?
I don't know, maybe he tried to put Alpha's psyche into something else? A body that wasn't cursed with disease?
I have theories, but I'm not in the room.
Don't worry, Cody. You and I can get to the bottom of this together. Just
You got it.
Two smart friends.
When you're looking at all this data, Cody, you have another flashback. And this time it's immediately after Alpha had fallen in the garden that one day and was whisked away. You're sitting beside him in a bed in a facility you don't really remember, but you can immediately recognize as this one. And it seems pretty difficult to look at the surroundings of this. It seems to be very focused on Alpha, and when you try to sort of take in the surroundings, it's very similar to those first memories you were getting, where it almost fades away and restarts into the memory proper. And Alpha is connected to a series of tubes and machines. He has an oxygen mask on, and he looks at you and smiles weakly and just holds out his hand.
I'm there in a heartbeat, just grabbing it.
And then you feel a hand on your shoulder, a big one, a strong one, and it squeezes. And you look up, and Mazo is standing beside you, and you can tell he's been crying.
Is he gonna be okay?
Yeah, we'll make sure that he is.
Okay, good. What should I do?
You can see his analytical brain spinning, and then he just says, "What you've always done. Be there for him."
Always. I look down at Alpha. I'm just you're gonna get through this, buddy. You're gonna be totally fine. We'll be back throwing shurikens at the tree in no time. And I'll show you. I found some new movies that you might have seen, but I haven't, and we could watch them together.
Alpha begins talking, but for the first time, he does not have your undivided attention, because you can hear in the hallway Mazo talking to that woman. And they're talking in hushed tones, but you're able to hear it. And she says, "I've been able to locate a scientist capable of what we need. He'll be here soon, and then we can start. You won't lose another. I promise." Durrin,
Yeah.
what would you like to do?
Here's the thing. I'm not going to shut this down at all. It'd be nice to remove Hayden, but I feel like this is a decision Cody needs to make, not me. Can I just go through the systems, just through the terminals, see, just maybe get a little bit of how it works or how, get the vibe of it, I guess? I'm assuming, based on what you told me, this is connected to our Cody as well, yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
It seems anyone that was part of, or anything that was part of the Cody project is set up on a central mainframe. And you're not entirely sure, you don't know what the effect of having the spark of creation from a V'Lai would have on, you could shut it down and Cody could be completely fine. Asin seems to think otherwise, to the point where he was going to kill you to make sure you didn't go into this room.
Yeah, true.
So it's really like there is no science or research done on what the Valai's influence on androids or robots would be. So like you really can't say. You can get some information about the project itself. It seemed to be a cash grab, and it seemed to be a way for Meso to make a shit ton of money to fund Project Graft. And it was one of many projects. You go through the thing and you realize that in order to achieve something that he was doing, once he realized Project Graft wasn't going to work, he started a new project that needed a shit ton of Iberium. And because the Ministry of Defense controlled all of the Iberium, he needed to create something that he could trade the Iberium for. And so he started coming up with a bunch of military defense stuff. Cody wasn't part of this. Cody was way before this, but you do find a list of like other failed or like given up on projects. Some of the projects he had were an automated defense turret system for Therum, a new mech blueprint for the Archons, a network of cloaked intelligence drones to survey Sinonis Prime, and a faster way to refine Iberium.
Damn. Okay. Fuck. Okay. Which is all stuff Asin's been poking around with too.
And about like 60 or some years ago, he abandoned all of those almost immediately.
Mm-hmm. Let's call up the phone. Hey guys, what'd you find real quick before I go into what's happening on my end? And I'm gonna prep the shutdown procedure, but I'm not actually gonna go through with it. Just prepping it.
So we found what looks like a bunch of spines and embryos in some tubes, and
Alpha was grown in a tube.
Well, you don't have to say it so like weird, but yeah,
I know, but we're get to the point, Cody. We're running out of time.
I'm trying. He's a clone. He was built to be like a test rat, and then I guess eventually even Meso had a change of heart and loved him too. Mm-hmm. Do you know what transference is?
Cody, I have an important question to ask you.
Okay.
Do you have any memories of Alpha without you in them?
That wouldn't make sense.
Exactly, but still look.
How could I remember things I wasn't there for? You're being silly, Durrin.
Just think about it, focus on it, and answer the question.
I do.
I don't know what you mean, so I can't help answer this question.
I assume
I think he thinks that Alpha's inside of Cody's brain.
Yes, that is what I am implying, and that's what the question is trying to suss out.
Like, do I ever remember being Alpha?
Not necessarily that. That might be one to answer, but if like Cody has memories of Alpha doing things, but he was not there, it would kind of it would lead to think that Alpha and Cody are the same.
Do you have a USB drive that has Alpha's name written on it somewhere, maybe?
That doesn't do anything for you.
No? Why?
Here's the situation on my end. I can shut down the entire Cody network right here, right now, shutting down all the Hayden wires and all that mess. But you're connected to it too, Cody.
Okay. Don't shut me down.
I don't think I have an option of picking and choosing.
Oh.
But I have a few theories, but I know you're special and I know you're different.
Well,
and
thank you.
I don't think you need to rely on this network to function.
Well, we don't have time to test your hypothesis, Durrin. It's not worth the risk.
Is it maybe worth the risk?
Here's the thing, Merrick. I want Cody to make this decision.
I don't want to die, but how many Haydens are there?
Thousands.
We can't fight 1,000 Hayden wires. We could barely fight
we
one.
Can try.
Yeah, but we would fail. If me dying, if it helps, I can't call myself a hero. I can't call myself your guys' friends. If I would rather live and make everyone else die, I'm not worth your lives. I'm not worth the system.
Cody, what's our rule?
Fuck it.
It's do whatever the fuck you want.
And I don't want my friends to die.
In the grand scheme of things, right now, it looks like that we're on a scale, and your life is much lighter than everything else, but we don't know where this ends, and we don't know, and all I know is that you are the key. We've been told that time and time again that you are the key. So what we could be sacrificing is one issue, obviously a big issue, army of machines. But without you, I don't know if we stop Penny, who already has a grip on the system. So let's deal with that one first. And if the result of that is then we deal with an army of Hayden wires afterwards, then that's adventure number 2.
Do we trust Azen? Do we trust anyone who says I'm important? What if they're lying?
Azen is many things. He has been a monster. He has done evil deeds. He has punched tanks. He has destroyed planets. Well, that wasn't him, but he was there. But at any point has he ever lied to us?
Okay.
Never.
Okay. Okay, we'll keep going. Can you give me a minute with Alpha's tube?
Yeah, of course. I'll take a lap.
When Merrick leaves, I put a private call through to Durrin. And I just say, can you rig something so you could trigger it remotely?
Can I?
I want this to be a difficult thing to do.
Okay.
I'm gonna say if you do this, you're gonna have to leave behind your gear that you have to use to hack.
Okay, so I lose my hacking abilities if I set this up. Okay,
Correct.
As a trade-off. Okay.
Yeah. So I'll let you do it. You'll have to give me an engineering check and a computers check to make sure you set it up, but you will have to leave. Like, this is a very complicated thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
And if you want to do it correctly, I think you have to leave the majority of your gear, which means that should you come across a terminal or something later on, you will not be able to hack it.
Okay. Yeah, I can do it.
Merrick doesn't know, okay?
You want me to set that up?
Just in case.
You got it, buddy. For what it's worth, I think you'll be okay.
I don't, but I don't think I'm worth not doing this. And I click off the call.
Then I will set it up and remove my hacking ability for the rest of the adventure.
At least, like, until you get back to the ship.
Yeah, no, that's fair, but no, it's a good trade-off. It's a good trade-off.
Give me an engineering check, please.
All right, I got a 34 engineering.
You are able to sort of open up a side panel and you get a look at sort of the interior computer workings of this terminal. And you realize that this isn't the mainframe. The mainframe is somewhere else. However, you don't need to destroy the mainframe. You just need to sever the connection. And you find where that is. Please give me a computers check to correctly install the virus or blocker.
Another 34.
Okay. You plug in a small little dongle on the motherboard. And
imagine I'm leaving like a piece of my my data pad here so it can like set it up to it, so like I lose that connection.
And that is complete.
Turn off the lights and start making my way to the elevator.
Yeah, I rejoin Merrick outside and I like squeeze his hand. I'm like, thanks. I just needed a second.
What would you like to do? The force fields are on either end of this hallway. There is the elevator in front of you. Durrin, same thing. Yep. Two force fields in the elevator. It seems to be the only way forward.
I'm heading down that elevator. That was the decision.
Let's go down.
Okay, let's go.
You guys get in the opposite elevators and begin going down and descending. These are slow, like almost freight-like. And as you guys are both in it, you hear another rumble and then a crash and the sounds of an explosion, crumpling metal, debris falling. And when you reach the bottom of this elevator, the doors ding and you seem to be in some sort of hangar and you can hear each other's elevators. You guys are on like the same column, just on, other ends of it. So you're able to just kind of like walk around and see each other. But in this hangar, you see probably like 20 to 30 Ares shuttles that are like crash landed. And in the distance, you can see some of those workers that you saw before with the white gowns on and the masks. They seem to be unloading bodies out of these Ares shuttles and throwing them into piles. There are massive heaps of bodies. And they seem to be sorting them into like piles, into categories almost. And it's tough to tell like what the metric is. What would you like to do? They see the workers don't seem to be too bothered by you at the moment.
Do we see each other?
Yeah, you guys like literally just take a couple steps forward and you're past the walls of the elevators and you can see each other. You're just like 25 feet away from each other.
Find anything fun?
You've got a hole in your shirt. What happened?
Oh, yeah, the hallway wasn't so safe. Had a run-in with Azen down there.
Oh, no. You killed him?
No, but he let me live for some reason.
Well, that's good.
Merrick smirks a little bit and then proceeds forward.
What was that? What was that smile?
Oh, we're one step closer to solving the case, the adventure, the day, saving the day.
Well, that's the hope. I'm going to do a medicine check on the bodies.
Sure.
Nat 20. Let's go.
Amazing. That's really good. You look down at the bodies, and they all have one thing in common. Silver liquid dripping from their nose that has melted. These seem to be victims who have succumbed to the effects of the silver liquid.
Mm-hmm.
Are they recycling it? What are they doing?
Well, I'm assuming these guys were silvered, and their command was to bring the ships here.
Oh, maybe that's it.
And they got here, and when they got here, their command was over, so they died? Is that how it works, right?
Give me a perception check. All of you.
Oh, nat 1. Cool.
3.
Hell yeah.
So 15.
22.
22 is good. As you are walking, you cross a pile, and a arm reaches out to try to grab you, Merrick.
Yeah.
And in a voice that you probably have forgotten, it says, shoulder or leg. Shoulder or leg.
Freg?
Oh, shit. I completely forgot. Oh, my God.
As you look down, and Greg, one of the people who started this all by framing you guys on the cube, is just reaching towards you. His eyes completely white, his skin all gross, and he's just reaching towards the three of you.
Are you okay? I do a medicine check. I assume he is. Damn, it's a 37.
He is some sort of undead.
Oh.
I attack it?
He's like a zombie, guys.
Roll me an attack roll, please, Merrick.
What do I do about this?
I will put you out of your misery. 21? Sorry, 31?
Yes, you absolutely hit him. You don't have to roll damage. He's not great. You put your blade through his head, pull it out, and he slumps forward. But as you do that, all of the white-gowned workers snap over towards you.
Cool.
And they reach up and they pull their mask off. And they have a grotesque, twisted smile, like almost like a cartoon smile. And over the intercom, you hear, "Uh-oh, you've made our workers mad. Remember, like I said, they're the lifeblood of this company." As they all screech and begin running towards you.
Fuck me.
They get about halfway, and then a bolt of red electricity surges through all of them, and they hit the ground hard and don't move. This red electricity surges through this entire room. All the lights above you begin popping out. You hear a shattering, glass raining down and plunging this whole place into darkness. And then in the distance behind one of the piles, you hear ka-tink, ka-tink, and then the sounds of scraping metal. A soft orange glow begins appearing from behind one of the body's piles. And then you see two orange cables attached to two kunai, dragging along the ground. And a voice says, "I told you all not to be heroes."